All right. No, that's better when it's here. We're just lazy. Stat 8.4.2 binomial distribution function day 2. All right. So, just as a reminder, when we were talking about the binomial probability, we know we need to have an n and we need to have a probability p for there. And then we're asking for questions like, what's the probability that x equals blank, which is r? And we have this formula. I'm just writing it again. NCR, n comma r, p to the r times p to the r times 1 minus p to the n minus k. I'm going to write that down. I'll leave you some time to rewrite it. It's an ugly formula. I think by now you all agree it's a pretty ugly formula, but we hopefully should all understand that it works and how it works. Yesterday, we learned that we can use the Desmos graphing and we can just simply input binomial. It's a function, dist parentheses, and we tell it what is the n, comma, what is the probability. And when we do this, we can click on the graph and it'll tell me each of the probabilities. So if I want to know what's the probability that x equals 2, like we did in our do now, I can click on the dot. I'm going to move that over here. So in our do now, we had a probability of n was 5. The probability was 1 over 5 because we were guessing on those questions. And when I do that, and I hit the little, I type that in, and then I hit the plus button, I can see the graph over here. And when I touch these dots, this is the probability that x equals 0. This is what you were doing in your do now. This is the probability that x equals 1, x equals 2, x equals 3, x equals 4, and the probability that x equals 5. So some of you caught on. We try to move you all to try to do this during your do now, that we can use this. Okay, so that's all review. Now we're going to introduce something today, which you saw in your do now. It's called the cumulative probability. So cumulative probability is an inequality. We need to add some vocabulary words for these. So there are 4 types of problems you're going to see. 1, what is the probability that you get at most blank successes? Okay, at most, whatever the R value is, at most, that's 1. The second type of problem is what is the probability that you'll get at least blank successes? I'm going to write all 4 and then I'll pause. The third one is the probability of more than blank successes. And the last one is the probability of less than blank successes. And each time you'll be given some R. Pause right there. So these are the new questions. And in today's do now, we actually did 2 of these. We had the at most and we had the more than. You saw those in your do now, right? And you were like, okay, and I'm going to explain right now. But you added multiple probabilities together. To find these answers, you need to you needed to add some of these binomial probabilities together. Give you a little bit of time to write this down. Make sure everybody has enough time. Oh, we do. Good. All right. So at most, our successes is the same thing as the probability that x is less than or equal to r. That's what at most means. At most means you stop at that number. At least is the probability that x is greater than or equal to r. Okay? I'm going to put a little quotation mark around that r. More than. This is the probability that x is greater than r, which is the same thing as the probability that x is greater than or equal to r plus 1. Now, this one's a little bit tricky when we get to this part. In order to use the function, it must be a equal to. It has to have an equal to symbol. So if it's greater than r, for example, if I said more than 3, what's the probability that you get more than 3 successes? That's the same thing as greater than or equal to how many? What's more than 3 is the same thing as greater than or equal to? That's a plus 1. So more than 3 would be the same thing as greater than or equal to? So greater than 3 would be the same thing as greater than or equal to? If r is 3. Oh, 3? The probability that x is greater than 3 is greater or equal to 4. So we would use a 4 in the problem. We would use a 4 because you have to have more than 3. R does not count as being more than 3. R, in this problem, R does not count in this. That's why you just have to add 1. What about less than R? This would be, of course, the probability that x is less than r, which is the same thing as the probability that x is less than or equal to what? R what? R minus 1. Yes. Because if it said something like, what's the probability that you have less than 3? That's the same thing as less than or equal to? Less than 3 is the same thing as less than or equal to 2. If you're less than 3, that means you're 2 or less. Now, why am I showing you this? It sounds complicated, but if you can read the math problem, Desmos has a trick up its sleeve for you. Desmos Binomial, DIST, n, P, has a little option for you under here. Let me say, does it look like that? How does it look exactly? Sorry, the button looks like this. It's a little arrow like this. And it says cumulative probability. When you select that option, when you select this option, you get probability that, like this. And inside of here, you have choices for inequalities. You have inequality choices that you can put right in there. And it'll do the math for you. So, let me shrink this down real quick. Here was the problem that we had, right? This was the problem we had. The question that I asked you was at most 3, right? Which is 3 or less. So for my example, in our do now, we had n was 5, p was 1 over 5, and then the question said, what is the probability that you had at most 3 successes? That was the question, right? So this is the same thing that x is less than or equal to what? This is the same thing as x is less than or equal to what? At most 3 is less than or equal to? Come on, people.
It's less than equal to 5.
No. 3. 3. Okay? Now, what you did in your do now was you took all the answers and you added them up, right? Probably do remember. So here's how we can do it now. I did this right here. So you see how it says cumulative probability? I can click on that. And look, inequalities. Which inequality do we want? Inner, outer, left, or right? Where do we want the inequalities? Right now, we shouldn't be using the first two. Left. And look, it changed it to less than or equal to, and what do we want? We want 3. So I'm going to change it less than or equal to 3. And there's my answer. Now notice that this answer is rounded. To get the answer that you need to input into to your Desmos, you click on there, and there's my answer, 0.99328, which is what you got in your do now. Now remember, you had to add the 4 numbers together. You had to add up the probability of 0, the probability of 1, the probability of 2, the probability of 3. This just boom, it gives you the answer right then and there. So the answer is 0.99328. 0.99328. Now, again, the graph, now also notice the graph does it for you. Look, it darkens the lines that you wanted. So it's saying, hey, I'm adding the probability of 0, the probability of 1, the probability of 2, and I'm adding the probability of 3. So it bolds the options of what it's adding together, what the cumulative is using. What happens if I want question B, which was the second question I asked you? What's the probability that you had at least, was it at least? 3. Okay, we change this to an inequality. This was x is greater than or equal to 3. At least 3 means 3. Is 3 at least 3? The answer is yes. So how am I going to use this over here? How am I going to use the Desmos function? How do I change it so I can find this answer for this question? So what am I going to change? I'm going to change it to right. I'm going to change from left to right. And hey, it's already at 3. I put the little button down to see what my full answer is. And there's the answer for at least 3. Also notice, again, it bolds the answers for 3, 2, and 1. And it's showing me what the at least is finding. So my answer would be 0.05792. And this is what you did. And if you finish the do now, these are the 2 answers that you got for the do now. Let's answer a new question. C, a new one. What's the probability that you get less than 3 successes? Less than 3 successes. Now, here is a trick. If you're struggling, you don't know what it is, label them all out. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which of these is less than 3? 2 is less. What else? 1 and 0. So we don't want these right here. So if I'm doing this the long way, I want to add 0, 1, or 2, and 2 together. The answers for 0, 1, and 2. Or this is the same thing as the probability that x is less than or equal to what number? Less than or equal to? 2. So I go to my graphing calculator, I go to my Desmos calculator, and all I gotta do is I gotta change this to which one? Left, and I gotta change the 3 to a, and there's my answer. That's it. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to figure out all the answers. Like you had to find, in your do now, we made you find 6 separate answers, and then we made you add them up. Well, what happens if there's 10? What happens if n was 10? Are you really going to want to find 11 individual probabilities and then add up? No, and I wouldn't either. So when we want to do cumulative, when we have these inequality word problems, this is what we do: 0.942, 0.94208. And that's how we do it. So when we do tomorrow's do now, I want you to go and attack the do now tomorrow this method. Okay? You're going to be attacking tomorrow's do now using this method for here. We're still going to add one more day of notes because we're going to do you see how we're going to do the inner ones. We haven't done an inner. So tomorrow I'm going to show you what type of problems look like inner. Not that bad. We'll practice, show you inner and notes. And then Monday, you'll get your homework. Okay, so you're gonna, or maybe we get through the homework. I think we get through the homework tomorrow after because it's so short to do inner. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So do now tomorrow. I want you to do it using this method. We'll add a little bit of notes and then you'll go to your homework. Got it? That's all we have.